And we are live from Parkston, South Dakota, as the Freeman Flyers boys are taking on the Parkston Trojans in the second round of Region 4B. The winner of this game going to the SODAK 16. Winner of that will be able to go to the state tournament. So a lot on the line here. This is the last game of one of these teams' season. If we want to look at how Freeman started their region path, they defeated Gayville-Vollen at 66-42 in the Region B quarterfinal. That game, pretty close game, pretty strong Gayville team. Freeman going up against Parkston, who are 17-3 on the year, so also a very, very strong team from this region. Parkston started their postseason stretch 57-39 over Tripp, Delmont, Armour. So not a far drive over to Tripp for those players to come up to Parkston. And it was a 57-39, pretty convincing win for Parkston. So you've got an 18-2 team in Freeman versus the Parkston Trojans, who are 17-3. So both teams have only lost 3 games on the year. This game's supposed to be last night, but due to freezing rain conditions, got postponed to today. So we get some Saturday basketball, which we weren't anticipating, but we'll definitely appreciate. We'll return on 5 Stars streaming with a points per game analysis, and then pretty soon after that, we'll have national anthem, starting lineups, and tip-off.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA.
When you need top-notch appliances that last, trust the experts at Murph's Appliance. From washers and dryers to refrigerators, they have all the trusted brands to keep your home running smoothly. At Murph's, you'll find Maytag appliances built for durability and service you can count on. Whether it's a new oven or a repair, they're there for you every step of the way. Stop on down to Murph's Appliance, your local Maytag dealer in Vermilion. Maytag and Murph's, reliable just like you.
CHS Farmers Agronomy is a leading ag company based in Freeman and Parkston that offers a wide range of agronomy services, including crop protection, crop nutrients, and seed products. Energy solutions provided are propane, refined fuels, and lubricants, as well as animal nutrition and equipment services. CHS Farmers Alliance Agronomy offers comprehensive solutions for farmers, including cash bids, future trading, and grain contracts. Download the MyCHS app to stay up to date on important info. CHS Farmers Allegiance Agronomy in Freeman and Parkston is a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
Rewarding you for doing everyday things, like buying gas, shopping, and dining local. Does your bank do that? If you're a Core Trust customer, your bank does that. When you open a premium or preferred checking account and meet requirements, you get access to Core Trust perks powered by Bazing, an exclusive network offering 300,000 plus deals and discounts on dining, shopping, travel, fuel, and more. Visit us online, in person, or by phone. Terms and conditions apply. Member FDIC.
We are back on 5 Stars streaming in Parkston, South Dakota, as the Freeman Flyers are gearing up to play the Parkston Trojans in Parkston. Freeman, only 2 losses on the season, came against Viborg-Hurley by 9 and Pine Ridge by 13. Viborg-Hurley and Pine Ridge, both very high-quality basketball teams, so you definitely know that this Freeman team is a state contender because of how strong they performed against other teams. Even, highlights, you got to think about that 59-57 win against Bridgewater Emory. You got to think about 77-42 over Centerville, 51-48 over Washington Springs. This Freeman team has been tested, and they've had a great season so far. When it comes to the team's offensive and defensive output per game, this team is scoring 65.5 points per game. That is one of the best marks in Class B. be. So this is definitely a great offense. And they only allow 46 points per game, which means they have a 19.4 point differential. This Freeman Flyer team is a very strong team. And we got to look at Parkston. They've also had a great season. They're 18-3, counting their region win. So their losses to Tri-Valley, Parker Marion by 5, McCook Central Montrose by 8. So those are also some very strong teams, and they didn't manage to play Freeman in the regular season. So you kind of get a semi-unknown here. They do have common opponents they've both defeated, so that's kind of a good litmus test that these are both very quality basketball teams. Parkston averaging less points, 52.5 per game, but they're only allowing 42.2 points per game. So it's a very strong defense for Parkston, while Freeman has one of the best offenses in the state. This Parkston team, 10.2 point differential. So you've got to watch out, see how that Freeman offense, if they can be comfortable here, they can pull away from the game. But if that Parkston Trojan defense can solidify in the nature that they've been playing all year, they can kind of bring the game on their own level. They've got their whole home crowd here. Freeman obviously didn't have too far of a long way to travel either, and they have a full side of the stadium here. So this should be a great game with a great crowd, and it's in the postseason, so all the stakes are as high as possible. We'll return on a 5-star streaming on YouTube. This broadcast brought to you by Valley Ag Supply, and we'll return with starting lineups, national anthem, and tip-off.
The Freeman Shopping Center and Ace Hardware are your one-stop shop in Freeman, South Dakota, where you can literally shop for soup to nuts and everything in between. Freeman Shopping Center is your full-service grocery store with an Ace Hardware as well as the Heritage Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, over-the-counter health needs, and routine immunizations. Need it delivered? Delivery service is available. Freeman Shopping Center and Ace Hardware, along with Heritage Pharmacy, are proud sponsors of this sports broadcast. Best of luck to all area teams. When it comes to sports teams and players, they can do more when they have the best equipment. This also applies to manufacturing and agriculture. For 75 years, Vermeer Manufacturing has been equipping the world to do more. Vermeer is growing and is looking to fill positions in production. If you're looking, Vermeer is hiring and offering a great starting wage, great benefits, and a great workplace. Start your career with Vermeer, a proud sponsor of the Freeman students.
Freeman Lumber is a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast and wants you to know that they are very proud of their staff who will assist you with friendly and courteous service. Stop by Freeman Lumber at 104 Main in Freeman and let them help you with your building needs, whether it is fencing, windows, siding, roofs, and remodels, or new builds, or just your everyday lumber needs. Stop in and deal with someone you know and can trust. That's the folks at Freeman Lumber Co. in Freeman, South Dakota.
Want your party to be a hoot? Then have it at Hoots Bar in Freeman, where they are always looking for a great group to party with. The staff at Hoots says stop in and try the selection of beers on tap or use the easy drive-up window for off-sale. But the Hoots team would rather see you join them inside. Hoots Bar in Freeman offers darts, lottery, and golf. You can also relax with your cocktail in the outdoor beer garden. Hungry? Order up a delicious Hoots Bar Pizza. Fun, friendly, helpful staff is waiting for you at Hoots Bar in Freeman. See you at Hoots. Rural Manufacturing Company of Freeman, South Dakota has a large inventory of steel for buildings and fabrication needs. They stock square and rectangular tube, pipe, angles, channels, and rounds. Rural Manufacturing also stocks shapes in stainless steel. Their sheet metal stock consists of hot-rolled steel, stainless steel, and galvanized steel. Concrete rebar is also in stock in sizes 3/8 to 3/4 in 20-foot lengths. Call Rural Manufacturing in Freeman for pricing or info on fabrication services available.
We are back on 5-star streaming just moments before the national anthem here as the Freeman Flyers are taking on the Parkston Trojans in a postseason match.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's Region 4B tournament action. This contest is between the Flyers from Freeman and your Parkston Trojans! Both member schools of the South Dakota High School Activities Association. The association and their corporate partners, Sanford Health, Dakota Bank, Farmers Union Insurance, Billion Automotive, and South Dakota Army National Guard remind you that sportsmanship and the objectives of educational athletics are what set this event apart from other levels of competition. Your cooperation and support of the values promoted by these Region 4B schools is appreciated. At this time, we ask that you stand, remove your caps, as we pay honor to America with the singing of our national anthem by Alea Wilson and Crew Wilson. Veterans and active duty military not in uniform may salute the flag.
There's our national anthem. We will have cheerleaders announced, and we'll have the starting lineups for the two teams here, the Freeman Flyers and the Parkston Trojans. Cheerleaders for the Freeman Flyers: Samantha Belangi, Tadel Lonumba, Samuela Belangi, Inge Kamanda, and Serta Kola. Parkston Trojans, their cheerleaders: Alyssa Wise, Kenley Henke, Tori Lindemann, Cheyenne Vander Linden, Alexis Molenberg, Ava Laffey, and Melina Sigurdsson. And we'll have the starting lineups here for Freeman very soon.
Number 13, Sam Friesen. Number 14, Braden Mangel. Number 15, Taylor Goodwin. Number 23, Hunter Nankival. Number 24, David Malunga. Number 32, Oliver Walter. Number 34, Cannon Out. And number 40, Trey Mask. And now the reserves for the Parkston Trojans. Number 1, Mark Nebo.
PA announcing all of the reserves for both teams. Nice recognition for these two very talented, well-rounded basketball teams.
Number 13, Aiden Overby. Number 20, Brody Overby. Number 22, Jace Cook. Number 23, Luke Deckard. Number 24, Mateo Maxwell. And number 35, Trey Vector. And now the starting
And here are the starting lineup for the Freeman Flyers. Number 11, Tayden Kerrigan, a 6-foot sophomore starting at guard. Luke Miller, a sophomore guard at 6'1", starting at number 20. Number 22, Luke Peters. He's a senior guard at 5'11". David Walter, sophomore guard at 6'5". And Tate Sorensen, a senior forward at 6'2", lining up that Freeman Flyers starting lineup. Coached by head coach Lance Friesen. And here is the Parkston Trojans starting lineup. And 19-2, Freeman Flyers, 18-2, Parkston Trojans. These are two of the best teams in the state. Mason Jervik, a junior guard at 5'11", is starting, wearing number 2. Grady Bowers, a junior forward at 6'2", he starts number 3. Sean Deckert, wearing number 5, he's a freshman guard, standing at 6 feet tall. Bryson Bruning is a junior guard at 6'2". He's wearing number 11. And Jackson Leichner, a sophomore forward at 6'2", ending the starting lineup. No official center designation on either team, just forwards in the front court. And we are moments away from tip-off here on 5 Star Streaming. Parkston will be sending Jackson Leichner, or they'll be sending Bryson Bruning to tip off, and they will have David Walter tip off for Freeman. And the ball is up, and we are underway. Freeman won the tip. Number 11, Tayden Kerrigan, has the basketball. Initiating, passing around the perimeter are the Flyers. They'll get a post touch to Tate Sorensen. He'll fake it, take it off the glass. Falls a little short, rebounded by the Trojans. Mason Jervik handling the ball for Parkston. Calling for an off-ball cutter. He'll dribble handoff. Grady Bauer passes it over to Sean Deckert. Kicks it back over to Bauer. He'll think about a shot. He won't take it. Picks up his own dribble. Kicks it out to Bryson Bruning. He'll drive on the Flyer defense. Create separation. Pass it to Jervik for 3. Rattles off into the hands of number 35, David Walter. All the way up, Freeman pushes the fast break, and they're initiating their offense. Kicked over to Kerrigan, he'll drive, floater, draws the foul on the Trojans. What a shot. First foul of the game is a team foul on Parkston, and one opportunity for the Freeman Flyers. Bryson Bruning, it looks like a Tayden Kerrigan at the line for the Flyers, and Mason Jervik was the one who fouled for the Trojans. Follow-up opportunity doesn't find its way through, but the Flyers take a 2-0 lead here in the first quarter against the Trojans. They steal the basketball, pass it up quickly, take a layup at the rim, and the shot is good. Luke Miller puts himself on the board. Jervik to Bruning, back to Jervik of the Trojans. He's got it at the top of the key, calling for an on-ball screen. Kicks it for a dribble handoff. Deckert posting up on the Flyer defense, kicks it back to Jervik. He'll try to find a hole in the middle. He can't find it. Passes it over to the corner. Down for a post-up touch. Leichner didn't have anything. Passed it up. Deckert full head of steam, and the first Trojan points of the game. 4-2. Freeman brings it the other way, tries to take it inside, but it's stolen. Down goes Parkston. Shot at the rim, Jervik and one. Freeman got the chance in an and one earlier, and now Parkston does. At the line is junior guard Mason Jervik. He converts, and now a 1-point lead for the Trojans. Freeman initiates their offense, going the other direction. They've got it on the wing. Luke Peters kicks it over. Kerrigan down low to Walter. and he is swarmed. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Trojan basketball. Trojans still in the backcourt, trying to find separation, get their half-court offense going. Pass on the wing, up top to Jervik. Swing pass over to Bruning. Guarded way out there, gets a ball screen, dances around it, drives to the rim, floats it off the glass and in. 7-4. Freeman Flyers take it the other direction. Surveying, cutting. Walter, tough finish for Walter at the rim, goes in. Parkston the other direction, being guarded pretty far beyond the three-point line. Jervik creates separation in the middle of the court. Kicks it over to Deckert. Deckert is fouled. Freeman almost came away with a steal, but just a tiny bit too much contact. Bryson Bruning inbounds to Jervik of the Trojans. Dribble handoff to Deckert, kicks it back up top. Cutting, Bruning pops the jumper for two, and it's good. Freeman pushes the pace into the front court. Pass it around. Walter on the ground, and the ball stolen by Jervik. He'll take it the other direction, and he's tripped up at the rim. It'll be a foul on Freeman, and he'll get two shots at the line. Mason Jervik back at the free throw line. Couple substitutions on the court. .10-6 game now after that free throw. And it'll stay that way. Second one, no good. Freeman pushes the pace the other direction. Passing around the perimeter. And it's stolen, anticipated, and a dunk for on the other end for the Trojans. That'll send us the timeout here on 5-Star Streaming. Bryson Bruning with the slam as we go into break.
1, 2, 3.
We reach across distances so vast. Sometimes they seem impossible, but they're not. And every day we get up and do it all over again. Because we all know that nothing matters more than coming together. Wherever, whenever, however. Connecting you to what matters most. To learn more, visit goldenwest.com/whenever.
We return on 5-Star Streaming as the Parkston Trojans lead the Freeman Flyers 12-6. Two fast break opportunities lead to shots at the rim. One of them a dunk, the other one free throw shots for Parkston. Freeman was able to get some good shots from Taden Kerrigan, Luke Miller, and David Walter. But this Parkston team is very strong on the defensive end of the ball. Freeman initiating their offense once again. Pass it down low, post up Walter. He cannot be stopped. 12-8 now. And over and back on Jervik. It'll go the Freeman Flyers' way. That's what happens when you have good defensive pressure and you have like this intense moment. Is sometimes you can force the team to commit over and back and get the ball back in your direction. Freeman working on their offense. They pass it over to Luke Peters. He'll look at it, but he'll pass it down low to Tate Sorensen. He'll post up on the defense. He faces two Trojans, kicks it down low, shot fake, shot up, and free throws for Luke Miller. 3 team fouls on the Flyers and 2 on the Trojans now. 3:49 to go in the first quarter. Pretty strong game. And free throw is good. First shot for Luke Miller at that free throw line is good. And just in time, Mr. Gage Ravelette here. Him and I both had prior commitments, so we had to fly over to Parkston here. Second shot, good. Freeman only down by 2. Parkston brings it down the other direction. And doubled is Jervik. He has to kick out of it. Pump fake shot, thought about it, kicks it over to the corner. Three-pointer off of the rim. You can sit closer if you want, Gage. And we're still on this end. Kicking it over. Down low, fadeaway jumper rattles through for number 11, Bruning. 14-10 now. All the way down in the corner, Walter drives on the defense. Shot up from 3, front iron, rebounded by Bruning. He'll take it the other direction, drive it, kick it to the corner, but an offensive foul as Bruning had no idea that the Freeman defender was in front of him. Number 22, Luke Peters, drawing the charge. 3 team fouls for both teams now.
And, you know, Parker, I'm glad to be here. I'll say that first off, but what a play from this Freeman team. And an athletic team, 6th place last year at the state tournament. They're going to have to make plays like that if they want to stay in this game against the Trojans.
Exactly. Freeman pops the 3 there, rebounded by Jervik. He'll take it the other direction. He's been all over on the offensive glass and the defensive glass as well. So ball gets passed around by Parkston over to the corner. Looks like in Mullenberg. Mullenberg kicks it up to Jervik. He'll drive on the defense. Think about the shot. Can't quite find an open lane. He'll kick it over to the corner to Botcher. Back up to Jervik. He gets a slip screen. He'll drive straight to the rim. Float it up. Bounces off. Rebound Walter. Walter takes it the other direction. 6'5", sophomore guard. Been one of Freeman's best players the past couple of years here. Freeman top of the key. Dribble handoff to Luke Miller. Miller skips it to Peters. Peters posts up on the defense. Trying to find a lane. He goes off the pivot foot, and it does not fall off the glass. Jervik takes it the other direction. Parkston Trojans have a 4-point lead right now in the first quarter. Loses the dribble, and it's recovered by Freeman. Walter takes it the other direction at the rim. Shot rolls in. Transition play there. Holy crap.
Walter, the best player on this team by a mile. And that says volumes, being the number 3 team in the state for Class B.
Yeah, very all-around, talent-filled squad here. Going up against the powerhouse as well in Parkston, who've only lost 3 games so far. Jervik driving, posting up, kicks it over to the corner. Mullenberg thought about the shot, but he'll just dribble out. Crossing over, can't find much, gives it back to Jervik on the wing. He's only got 7 seconds, kicks it back up to Mullenberg. He pops the 3, goes up the left side of the rim, and it's saved by Parkston. Deckert corrals it, gets it back, passes it in the corner. Bauer for 3. That's too far. Freeman pulls it down. Number 22, Luke Peters, pushing the pace for Freeman. Dribbling is Walter on the wing. Got a defender draped on him. He'll kick it over to the corner. 22, Luke Peters. Dribbling out that clock. 52 seconds on the quarter. 16 on the shot clock. Up on the wing. Pass over Walter. Spots up the 3. Fading away. No good. Rebounded by Jervik. Jervik will push the pace for Parkston and go straight to the rim. Kick it back to the corner. Deckert didn't take the 3. Jervik will pop the 3. And that one's long. Parkston is able to get a steal on the rebound. Botcher secures it. 26 seconds to go on the shot and game clock for the first quarter of action here on 5 Star Streaming. Jervik will dribble it out. Top of the key is guarded by Luke Peters. He gets a slip screen, and he gets Goodwin put on him, and they kick it down to the corner. Deckert drives. Shot blocked by Walter.
He is so good on both sides of the court, just able to make the big block there to save his team, going down another 2 points at the end of the quarter. Only 6 seconds left.
That wingspan at 6'5" helps him on offense and defense, Gage.
And only a sophomore on already a young Freeman team. You know, Tristan, both these teams are state quality teams. It almost sucks they're in the same region.
Yeah, and then it's rebounded by Freeman, so they avoid calamity. Take a half-court shot. It's a little high up there, and we'll go into quarter number 2 of action on 5 Star Streaming with quite a Region 4A show.
At Merchant State Bank, Freeman, Hurley, Viborg, and Irene, they offer big bank products with small-town service to meet your financial needs and promote economic stability and growth within the communities they call home. Visit them at msb-sd.com to learn more about the services they offer. Merchant State Bank is always proud to sponsor the academic and athletic activities in the communities they serve. Good luck tonight to both the Irene-Maconda Eagles and the Viborg Hurley Cougars as they kick off their football season. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, high school seniors, how would you like a full ride scholarship to one of the 4 technical schools in South Dakota? With Yankton Thrive's Build Your Career program, we partner high school seniors with local companies. Seniors choose a school and the course of study that matches your company. The partner company pays half a scholarship, and the other half is paid by the Build Dakota Scholarship Program. This program is open to seniors in South Dakota, Nebraska, Iowa, and Minnesota. For more on Yankton Thrive's Build Your Career, go to yanktonsd.com.
And we return on 5 Star Streaming with quarter number 2 of action. The Freeman Flyers trail the Parkston Trojans only by 2 in the second round of Region 4B. Top of the key, Parkston has possession. Bruning trying to dribble out that clock. Drive, spins, doesn't take the shot, kicks it over to Buber. And they get Jervik full steam ahead. He throws it off the rim, and he'll take 2 shots. Now the thing is here so far, Gage, is that Jervik has had a great time driving to the rim and creating either fouls for contact or a shot at the glass. He has a really good handle, and he's really cutting up the Freeman lane when he's finding the ball and he catches it on the wing.
You know, Parker, I've only been here for part of the game, but Jervik really seems to be the guy on this Parkston team, doing it, leading the team on offense, directing traffic, getting to the lane, into the rim. And so far he's been so good at that. Just has to nail them free throws. This could be a whole different ball game.
Exactly. Free throw shooting, very important. Tate Sorensen, and it's all swung all the way to Luke Peters. He kicks it down low. Post-up shot, just a little off for Taden Kerrigan. Jervik pushes the pace the other direction, and Bruning, one of their other players, pops the mid-range pull-up, and that's good. His second mid-range pull-up made of the game. He has quite a mid-range game. Pass over to Sorensen, and it's anticipated. Bruning gets the steal and the layup. Gage, you missed it, but Bruning got one of those steals, anticipated it, took it the fast break, and dunked it earlier in the game.
You know, I was kind of hoping you would dunk it again, but I can't do that, so I don't expect anyone else to.
Exactly. Spot up 3 from Sorensen, and that rattles home.
This Freeman team is so good because there's not just one player in David Waltner, who I've talked about so much already since getting here. All 5 of these starters for this Freeman team are just so good on both sides of the court.
And then Bruning posting up, driving, and he cuts through the defense, but it's rebounded by Freeman. We'll have Kerrigan push it the other direction. Passes it up to Sorensen, kicks it over. It's down low, post-up opportunity, shot at the rim, good for Oliver Waltner. 1-point game now. Trojans lead the Flyers. Bruning passes it up quickly to Leichner. Leichner back up to Jervik. He'll get that slip screen from Bruning. He'll drive, try to look for the dribble handoff, give it back to Bruning. Bruning pulls up into a triple. That's a little far, but it's rebounded by Jervik on the long offensive rebound. Parkston sets up their offense again. Full shot clock. And it's over to the wing. 3-pointer short. Freeman basketball.
The open shot, good take by Grady Bauer. You know, you're not going to hit 100% of those, but keep going to it later in the game, and eventually it's going to fall.
Freeman down 1, takes over offense. 5:44 to go in the second quarter. Kerrigan dribbles it, passes it over to Sorensen. He skips it across to Kerrigan, throws it up, and it falls off the rim. Parks in the other direction, high speed. Jervik slows it down a little bit, and he passes it quickly out to Buber, to Bruning. He'll drive, step back, not take the shot. He'll pass it back to Buber. Buber to Bruning, over to Jervik. Jervik, crossover. Dribbling, can't find room. Bauer will take the ball, pass it to Jervik. He'll fake the shot, take it at the rim, through the contact. Full head of steam there. That is the gift of having a good, strong handle and a great ability to create separation at the rim, is that it makes it very difficult to be defended without a foul.
You know, I thought Walter played that pretty well, just unfortunately got called for the foul there. You have to find a way to stop Jervik.
And that shot goes in. 19-17. Trojans lead the Flyers. Yeah, this is a strong matchup. I mean, Freeman 19-2, Parkston 18-3, and they haven't matched up each other this year yet. Front iron short. Peters will take it the other way. Give it up to Kerrigan to slow it down for Freeman. He'll bounce, pass it over to Miller, back to Kerrigan. We'll see Luke Peters drive on the defense, try to post up on that high post. Over on the wing is Sorensen. He'll try to drive into the high post, can't find much. They try to get it low to Walter, and they can't find him. Kerrigan thought about a three-pointer, but instead Sorensen takes it and makes it. Freeman takes the lead. Second three for Sorensen. He's kind of got the hot hand right now.
Just keep feeding the hot hand. Back-to-back threes on his last two shots.
Freeman student section getting loud. Mullenberg has the ball. He'll kick it over to Deckert. Deckert drives cross court. Spin. Shot up, little short. Walter pulls it down. Good rebound for Walter. Kerrigan, pass almost turned over, but it's corralled by Luke Miller. He'll drive on the defense, gets the ball poked out. This Parkston team very active on the defensive end. Shot fake, doesn't take it, Kerrigan. Post up for Walter. He's got three Trojans on him, doesn't matter. He hits the deck and he'll take a shot at the free throw line. Parkston defense here, they've already stolen passes intended for the Flyers around the perimeter a couple times, and Freeman's kind of becoming more aware of that and getting 3:48 to go in period number 2.
You know, Parker, I probably already said this. You probably already said this since starting this broadcast, but this is a 3-6 matchup in the polls.
Yep.
A game that you normally see played in the state tournament, playing before even the SODAK 16. I mean, it's almost just a pleasure to be here to watch this.
Yeah, that was the thing. I had the same experience last night. Lennox was number 5, Vermilion was number 8, and they had to play each other in their region game to go to the SODAK 16. So we kind of have a similar thing here. We have two top 10 teams. This is like a state tournament game. And we have driving to the rim and finishing Bruning with 2 points. Only a 1-point deficit for the Trojans now. It is a very talented region, so the winner of this be a very strong opponent for the next round. Posting up, surveying is Sorensen. He'll fake it, kick it over, and taking the three this time is Luke Peters. It's just barely off and no good. Bruning takes it the other direction, one of Parkston's star guards. He already has 14 points, and he's made it look effortless. Jervik slowing down that offense. Play call from head coach Marquardt. Pass down low. Bruning faces 2 players, now 3. Rolls off the rim, rebounded by Walter. There's that wingspan coming into play for the rebound. He'll just take it all the way coast to coast. Defensive foul. Not enough room for Walter to operate, sends Mullenberg to the floor. Foul on Parkston. That'll be their second team.
At least it was called on the floor there. They're not going to give up the 2 shots to Walter, who would likely make them as he's a pretty good free throw shooter. Now they'll just have to make another stop.
Exactly. You'll take strong straight-up defense if it means that, you might commit a couple fouls here against a player that is 6'5", running the fast break as quick as he possibly can, Gage. I agree with that. Passing in to Walter. He gets a ball screen from Sorensen, slips it, back to Sorensen. He'll just take the three again. Why not? A little bit short. Pulled down by Jervik. Pushes the pace for Parkston. Got a little bit of an open lane. He'll slow it down, pass it back up to Bruning. He'll drive on the defense, survey it, pass it up to Decker. He'll take it through the rim, and he banks that one in. Parkston takes the lead back. We've seen a couple lead changes already. Kerrigan pushing the pace for Freeman. Kicks it over to the corner. Walter down low to Sorensen. Back up to Kerrigan. He'll pop the tray. It's short, rebounded by Muhlenberg. Rico Muhlenberg slowing down the pace, crossing over, kicks it over. Deckert drives across the defense. Pass up to Bruning. He'll get a full head of steam. Floated up off the glass. It's a little short. Poked out and foul on Botcher as he tried to get a hand on the basketball, and he gets a little bit of contact. And also, Gage, everyone knows that this is a good show because both sides of the crowd and behind the baskets are full. This is a great crowd.
Yeah, Parker, I have to pretty much take this headset off to even hear you. It gets that loud in this gym.
And then posting up, Sorensen in the high post. He'll drive, float it up off the glass. No good. Walter gets the rebound and the putback. Good shot there from Walter. Smart ability to get that offensive rebound. He's got a quick 10 points already. Driving, passing it for Jervik, almost stolen. Goes over to Muhlenberg. Rico Muhlenberg driving on the defense. Can't find a gap against Walter. And then we have Bruning posting up, spinning, fadeaway jumper short. And it's rebounded by Freeman. It almost goes in the hands of Parkston. Pass up to Walter on the wing. Kicks it over, top of the key, Sorensen. He's looking at the basket. He'll pass it over. Luke Peters on the wing, kicks it down low, and the shot at the rim's good for Sorensen. What a shot there. His first two of the night. Kicked up to Muhlenberg. Double. Looks like Freeman's doing a half-court press, and Parkston gets a shot at the rim and their own rebound. Deckert fights for his own board. It'll stay with Parkston. What chaos there. Freeman does a half-court press, a little bit of a trap defense, and they almost force a turnover, but Parkston gets to keep it. Pass up, thought about a shot, kicks it over to Deckert, top of the key, down low. Bruning takes that 10-foot jumper. It gets knocked out of bounds. The Flyers will take over possession, 21 seconds to go on the half and on the shot clock. Gage, we're only 28 minutes in, and we're almost at halftime here.
Yeah, this game's gone by so fast, Parker. I just got here, but it's already halftime.
Yeah, passing in. We'll see Kerrigan run point for Freeman. Not a full-court press, but he will be guarded all the way out there to make sure he doesn't get that three-point jump shot. Pass it up to Sorensen on the wing. Looks for it. Pass over to Kerrigan. Kicks it over to Walter, top of the key. He'll pump fake, pull up for that mid-range. And that is one of the keys to Walter's game, Gage. He's developed the jumper.
That's the guy you want shooting the ball most of the time, and he knocks one down there. An important shot to get the lead up to 5 as we head into the halftime break.
We'll return on halftime with analysis of this game, some of the scoring that's happened on the Freeman Flyers side, and some of the keys to the game in a recap of B schools in their scores around the state.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA.
When you need top-notch appliances that last, trust the experts at Murph's Appliance. From washers and dryers to refrigerators, they have all the trusted brands to keep your home running smoothly. At Murph's, you'll find Maytag appliances built for durability and service you can count on. Whether it's a new oven or a repair, they're there for you every step of the way. Stop on down to Murph's Appliance, your local Maytag dealer in Vermilion. Maytag and Murph's, reliable just like you.
CHS Farmers Agronomy is a leading ag company based in Freeman and Parkston that offers a wide range of agronomy services, including crop protection, crop nutrients, and seed products. Energy solutions provided are propane, refined fuels, and lubricants, as well as animal nutrition and equipment services. CHS Farmers Alliance Agronomy offers comprehensive solutions for farmers, including cash bids, future trading, and grain contracts. Download the MyCHS app to stay up to date on important info. CHS Farmers Allegiance Agronomy in Freeman and Parkston is a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
Rewarding you for doing everyday things, like buying gas, shopping, and dining local. Does your bank do that? If you're a Core Trust customer, your bank does that. When you open a premium or preferred checking account and meet requirements, you get access to Core Trust perks powered by Bazing, an exclusive network offering 300,000 plus deals and discounts on dining, shopping, travel, fuel, and more. Visit us online, in person, or by phone. Terms and conditions apply. Member FDIC.
The Freeman Shopping Center and Ace Hardware are your one-stop shop in Freeman, South Dakota, where you can literally shop for soup to nuts and everything in between. Freeman Shopping Center is your full-service grocery store with an Ace Hardware as well as the Heritage Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, over-the-counter health needs, and routine immunizations. Need it delivered? Delivery service is available. Freeman Shopping Center and Ace Hardware, along with Heritage Pharmacy, are proud sponsors of this sports broadcast. Best of luck to all area teams. When it comes to sports teams and players, they can do more when they have the best equipment. This also applies to manufacturing and agriculture. For 75 years, Vermeer Manufacturing has been equipping the world to do more. Vermeer is growing and is looking to fill positions in production. If you're looking, Vermeer is hiring and offering a great starting wage, great benefits, and a great workplace. Start your career with Vermeer, a proud sponsor of the Freeman students.
Freeman Lumber is a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast and wants you to know that they are very proud of their staff who will assist you with friendly and courteous service. Stop by Freeman Lumber at 104 Main in Freeman and let them help you with your building needs, whether it is fencing, windows, siding, roofs, and remodels, or new builds, or just your everyday lumber needs. Stop in and deal with someone you know and can trust. That's the folks at Freeman Lumber Co. in Freeman, South Dakota.
Want your party to be a hoot? Then have it at Hoots Bar in Freeman, where they are always looking for a great group to party with. The staff at Hoots says stop in and try the selection of beers on tap or use the easy drive-up window for off sale. But the Hoots team would rather see you join them inside. Hoots Bar in Freeman offers darts, lottery, and golf. You can also relax with your cocktail in the outdoor beer garden. Hungry? Order up a delicious Hoots Bar pizza. Fun, friendly, helpful staff is waiting for you at Hoots Bar in Freeman. See you at Hoots. Rural Manufacturing Company of Freeman, South Dakota has a large inventory of steel for buildings and fabrication needs. They stock square and rectangular tube, pipe, angles, channels, and rounds. Rural Manufacturing also stocks shapes in stainless steel. Their sheet metal stock consists of hot-rolled steel, stainless steel, and galvanized steel. Concrete rebar is also in stock in sizes 3/8 to 3/4 in 20-foot lengths. Call Rural Manufacturing in Freeman for pricing or info on fabrication services available.
1, 2, 3.
We reach across distances so vast. Sometimes they seem impossible, but they're not. And every day we get up and do it all over again. Because we all know that nothing matters more than coming together. Wherever, whenever, however. Connecting you to what matters most. To learn more, visit goldenwest.com/whenever.
And we are back on 5-Star Streaming on YouTube. I'm Parker Orr, joined by Gage Ravelette. Gage, in this game, you've got to look at how strong the offense was from both teams. I mean, 28-23 is a really good game. I mean, we talked about how they're both top 8 in Class B. We had 2 points from number 11, Taden Kerrigan. We had 4 points from Luke Miller. And then you got to talk about David Walter. He had 12 points, and it was we had a pull-up jumper, we had a putback, we had a couple cuts to the basket and some free throws. He really was just dominant inside the arc.
Yeah, and this Freeman team, I mean, touching on David Walter first, because he's the first point we should talk about. He has 12 of the team's 28. He's really taking control in the moments that he's needed to take control, and that's why Freeman's so good, because they have so many good players. I mean, they won the state championship in football earlier in the fall, and all of them guys come to the basketball court. They're so athletic, so skilled, and then you have 35 who can just go and get a bucket if you need to. He has 12 of the team's 28. But another guy I want to touch on is number 42, Tate Sorensen. He knocked down 2 big threes late in that second half to really take control of this team. It's really felt like Freeman's the better team tonight, other than their ability to rebound. That's the only part of the game I feel like Parkston's had over Freeman, and that's why it's only a 5-point game instead of 10 or 12.
Yeah, that's really a key there, is that Sorensen's outside jumper created a lot of points there quickly. He got the 6 there, and he also got 2 inside the arc. And then also, once he made 2 threes, the defense was respecting him so far out at the wing that it created a lane for the other players of the Flyers to kind of operate. And they weren't able to guess the pass as much once they kind of adapted. Because Parkston early, the reason they were able to get to a lead is because they were just playing the passing lane very well. You saw it, Jervik and Bruning, boom, get the passing lane, steal, take it for the fast break. So the key here for Freeman to continue their lead is if they want to keep forcing a good pass, faking a pass, not turning it over, and if Parkston wants to stay in this, they'll have to keep tenacity on defense and keep feeding Bruning, who already has 14 points, I believe, and he had foul trouble early, so he checked out of the game for a couple minutes. So this is a very good battle. It will return on 5-star streaming on YouTube with the second half of action. Don't go anywhere.
At Merchant State Bank, Freeman, Hurley, Viborg, and Irene, they offer big bank products with small town service to meet your financial needs and promote economic stability and growth within the communities they call home. Visit them at msb-sd.com to learn more about the services they offer. Merchant State Bank is always proud to sponsor the academic and athletic activities in the communities they serve. Good luck tonight to both the Irene Maconda Eagles and the Viborg Hurley Cougars as they kick off their football season. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, high school seniors, how would you like a full ride scholarship to one of the 4 technical schools in South Dakota? With Yankton Thrive's Build Your Career program, we partner high school seniors with local companies. Seniors choose a school and the course of study that matches your company. The partner company pays half a scholarship, and the other half is paid by the Build Dakota Scholarship Program. This program is open to seniors in South Dakota, Nebraska, Iowa, and Minnesota. For more on Yankton Thrive's Build Your Career, go to yanktonsd.com.
And we're back on 5-star streaming on YouTube. Some score updates from B schools around the state before we're less than a minute away. DeSmit defeated DeBrook area by 2. Number 2 versus number 10, a very strong region. Castlewood beat Washington Springs by 2. Also played in Huron, so that was back-to-back masterclass in Huron. And then you also got to look at Sioux Falls Lutheran beat Bridgewater Emory, Lyman beat Corsica Stickney, Sanborn Central Woonsocket beat Ethan, and we've got 3 other games underway in Class B. Here we have quarter number 3.
3 top 10 matchups in just the region games throughout the state. You almost wish you could have let all 10 teams in the state tournament.
Exactly. Maybe a round of 32, who knows? So Freeman initiating their offense. They have the ball for the first time this half. Kerrigan posts up down low on Jervik. Can't quite find something, but he kicks it over to the corner. Thought about the shot, floated up. Doesn't go down, but Walter gets it and puts it right back. Like you said, that is the key to Walter here, is that he is a dynamo on the glass. Jervik way past the three-point line, initiating the defense. 2-3 zone for the Flyers. Swinging around, looking for that open shot. Jervik kicks it, bullet, pass down. Deckert down low, and an and one for Bruning of Parkston. Answers the shot right back on the other end. At the free throw line, Bryson Bruning of Parkston. And the follow-up shot is a make, so it's a 4-point ball game here with 7:16 to go in the third. He's got 17. Pass down low, Freeman to Walter. He'll post up and just look at the basket and take the shot. Parkston, Jervik running point. Pressured all the way out there, shakes the defender. Clears that out, kicks it up to Bauer. Bauer back to Jervik. Jervik back to Bauer. Bauer down to the corner, thought about the three. Bruning down low, floats it up effortlessly. It is a battle of their star players, Bruning versus Walter. Out top is Sorensen, kicks it over to Peters, down low to Walter. It's too easy. 34-28 now. Parkston's Jervik, pass it over to the wing. Grady Bauer kicks it back up to Sean Deckert, over to Jervik, back to Bauer, back to Jervik. Surveying the court, kicks it to the corner. Leichner up to Jervik. Just passing around this defense, trying to find a lane. Shot at the rim, no good, could not find it. Luke Miller rebounds, Freeman takes over. Walter will take it up the court, kick it over. Down low is Sorensen. He'll post up. Spot-up shot for Luke Miller falls. 37-28, Freeman Flyers lead. We'll see a timeout here. Just a half. Gage, what are you seeing on the offensive end that's making Freeman kind of come away with a lead here?
You know, Parker, really what I'm seeing from this Freeman team is just the better team of the two. This Flyers team is 3 in the state. They got 5 starters that are just really good. When you're 6'2" forward center is making shots behind the arc, it opens up the whole court to get guys like Luke Miller, Luke Peters shot behind the arc, and eventually they're going to fall for them as well.
Yeah, I can agree with that. It's when you're knocking down these three-point shots, it's really opening up the game. And then Walter is getting all the offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds. If it's a rebound, he's going to try to jump for it. And this talented Freeman team is really able to capitalize on it. They don't need to force one player to dribble or play make, as it is a great group effort when it comes to the skills that they can provide. 5:47 to go in the third quarter. Parkston has possession. They are down by 9. Jervik dribbling for the Trojans up the top of the key against this 2-3 zone. They kick into the high post. Bruning fades away and makes it.
You know, Parker, I've seen him make 3 of those tonight. You got to keep feeding him.
Yeah, exactly. You don't see a fadeaway in the high post today. Normally people opt for a three-pointer, and Parkston gets a foul as they almost come away with a steal on the transition. That is a tough play to have where you think you're coming away with a fast break opportunity, but a little bit too much contact sends the ball the other way. Walter inbounding for Freeman. Kicks it up. Driving. Miller. Pass over. Kerrigan thought about it. Kicks it down. Hook shot. No good for Miller. Driving the other way is Bruning. He creates a lane in the middle. Pass over to the corner. Jervik dribbles it up top. Trying to survey this defense. This zone look is kind of throwing Parkston off in this half. In the corner, three-point spot up. Little far for Bauer. Brought down. It'll be dribbled out by Peters to Walter. Walter corrals it. Kicks it to Kerrigan. Kerrigan, spot up jumper. No good for Luke Miller. Walter gets the rebound and the putback. What a shot for Walter.
David Walter, 20 points halfway through the third quarter. All-state player last year. I don't know what else he can do to become an all-state player this year, but he's all but got it locked up.
Exactly. Star performance. He adds one more. 10-point lead for the Flyers. Jervik initiating offense the other direction. Parkston struggling to find a hole in this zone that's consistent. Up top is Bauer, over to Jervik. Kick it down low. Deckert, cross court, back to Bauer. He'll clear it out to Jervik. Jervik to Bauer. Just back and forth. Parkston just does not have a plan for this 2-3 zone. Driving, pulling up, three-pointer, no good for Bruning, brought down by none other than David Walter. Other direction, Sorensen, top of the key. He'll drive on the defense, has a poke loose and stolen. Other way, Decker drives it on the fast break, and he's fouled and hits the deck.
You know, maybe not the worst foul for Freeman as they don't give up the easy basket in transition. They'll make him earn it at the line.
Yeah, only the second team foul, so they kind of have that comfortability.
And only the first on Luke Miller. So he has plenty of room to work with.
First free throw, a little far, goes off the back of the iron. We'll see Sorensen check out for Oliver Waltner. Couple substitutions for the Trojans as well. Still a 10-point lead here. Parkston at the free throw line. And that shot is good. Freeman the other direction. Kerrigan running point. Kind of slowing down this game. Freeman in control at the moment. Crossover, driving, posting up, pump fake, shot mate. What a play there from Kerrigan.
The patience to just pump fake and wait for the defender to bite. Awesome job from Flyers.
Pass up top to Jervik. Jervik kicks it down. Decker thought about a corner three. He'll kick it back up. Just passing back and forth is how they're trying to do this defense, and a shot at the rim. Bruning can make the tiniest window look easy off the glass. Freeman pushes it the other way. Peters up top to Walter. He'll drive on the defense, draws the contact on the ground. Third team foul on the Trojans. Sorensen will check back in for the Flyers. Quality minutes there from Luke Miller.
Freeman switching to a bigger lineup here. You're going to have to wash the paint if you're the Trojans.
Far side of your screen, Walter spots up for three. It's short, and it is out of bounds. Parkston will take over. Inbounding is number 3, Grady Bauer. Kicks it into Jervik. Just hasn't been able to get a good look against this 2-3 zone. Surveying that defense, kicks it over to Bauer. Over to the wing, Mullenberg to Jervik. Still can't find that lane. Mullenberg over in the corner. Jervik kicks it up top, Bauer. Bauer picks up his dribble, kicks it in the low post, Deckert to Jervik. Mullenberg kicks it over. Back to Jervik, spots the three. No good, but he's fouled. 3 shots for Jervik. What a, it kind of saves that possession there as Parkston was about to walk away with a shot clock violation.
Yeah, and that's the last thing you want to do if you're the Flyers. You force them into a tough 3 in the corner as the shot clock expires, and then you bail them out with 3 shots.
Yeah, strong defense. First shot good. But the thing is here is that you need to give closeout. You need to give room on your closeout. If your closeout cuts into the offensive player's legs, then it's not going to be a good result, and you're going to give up 3 shots at the line. Second one rolls all over, falls into the hands of the official. Shot number 3 for Jervik. He's got, only an 8-point deficit. Parkston is not out of this game yet. It's really living up to the hype of two of the best teams in State B.
They were down by more than 10 at one point. The Trojans just grinding away at the lead, trying to cut this close.
Yeah, they finished that free throw there. Pass over onto the wing. Goodwin up to Sorensen, top of the key. Dribble handoff. Peters surveying. Kerrigan pops the shot. Little off. Freeman is able to come down with the rebound and throw it up. And it rattles home.
That's normally a bounce you'll only get at your home gym. They walk away with one there.
Yeah, Oliver Waltner there. He didn't have the best look. He didn't have the most time, but he threw it up and made the shot. Mullenberg on the far wing. He's crossing over the defender, trying to find it. Freeman opting for a semi-zone here. Up top, Bauer to Jervik. He'll drive on it. Spin. Spin again. Fadeaway jumper. Short. Rebounded by Freeman. Kerrigan saves the possession. Top of the key. Kicks over to Sorensen. Down to Goodwin. Goodwin up top. We'll see a posting up Peters, and he makes the shot. 46-35 now. We got an 11-point lead with 1 to go in the third quarter.
Trojans want to come back. They have to make a stop on the defensive side of the court. You can't just be trading points with this Freeman team.
Jervik calls for a clear out, drives on the defense, draws the contact, and the foul. 1 away from the bonus for Freeman. Not too precarious right now just because there's only 53 seconds left, but if they foul again, that's free throws.
Yeah, and it probably won't come into play too much, as you said, with under a minute left to play, but even just 1 or 2 extra trips to the line can spark that momentum in favor of the Trojans.
We'll see a little bit of a platoon swap. Some of the Flyers that were getting a little bit of a rest are back on the court now.
Go-to man is back on the court for Freeman. Walter already having 21.
Yeah, Freeman avoids a foul for having 6 players on the court, just barely there. Jervik at the free throw line, up and in. 10-point game. Luke Peters surveying the court for Freeman. He'll dribble handoff to Walter, kicks it back up top to Ock. Over to the wing, it's Miller. Spot up 3 for Peters is nothing but net. What a shot on the move.
Parker, as soon as he got that ball, you knew it was going in.
Freeman guarding Parkston the other way. Mullenberg on the wing, kicks it over to Jervik. They've gone back to their man defense. Jervik drives on it, kicks it back up to Buber. Over to Mullenberg, thought about a shot, lost the dribble, gives it to Jervik. He'll go to the middle of the floor, pass it to the floor, over to Bauer. Jervik drives, floats it back up. Bauer spot up 3, short. Rebounded by Walter. He can get a shot up here. 1 second. 3-pointer up and good. The Freeman crowd on their feet after a magnificent play.
Parker, what a way to end the third quarter. I wish we had a replay and a second camera to just see the celebration on Walter's face. He's feeling it. He has a hot hand. His team is playing really good here in the region final to go to the SODAK 16.
And that's a good feeling to have here. We'll return with some more of that on 5-Star Streaming.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA.
Thank you.
And we return on 5-Star Streaming on YouTube with the fourth quarter and final quarter of action here as the Freeman Flyers are taking on the Parkston Trojans. Quick foul here on Freeman. the winner of this game going to the SODAK 16. And as you were talking about, Gage, this is two top-tier teams.
Yeah, and if Parkton wants to get back into it, they're going to have to make a stop. Get their home crowd into this game, make it loud, make it tough for the Flyers, but it all comes with 2 stops and 2 baskets.
Jervik, top of the key. Freeman back in the 2-3 zone. Back over to the wing, down low to back up to Jervik. They're just bullying the ball, trying to find that open look on the perimeter. Pass over, 3-point shot up and rattles home for Bruning.
That's a good start from the Trojans to get back into it.
Yeah, he's got 26 of their 39. The rest of the Trojan offense just struggling just a little bit. Down low, it's Walter. He'll post up through the contact, take the shot up. They'll say the foul was on the ground, however. They'll say it was on Freeman. It was on Walter, offensive foul. Trojans go the other way. Jervik bullets it down to the corner. Deckert surveys. Posting up is Leichner. And he falls out of bounds, but it's off of Freeman is the call.
Parker taking a look at that last foul. That was called on Walter. He now has 3. He needs to be careful of a quick 4th one. That's going to really limit this Freeman team.
I definitely agree with that. Spotting up for 3 is Bruning, but that does not quite make it. Kerrigan has the ball, kicks it over to Walter. He'll drive cross court, dribble handoff. Peters just drives on the defense and banks it home. What a play from Peters. He's kind of been making some of those tough shots today.
Yeah, as Luke Peters, a star running back on this football team, that, as I mentioned earlier, that won the state championship. I mean, he's just putting his athletic ability on the line.
He's at the free throw line trying to make it 3 points. And he does. It rattles through. Jervik taking the point up the other way for Parkston. Passes it over to the wing to Bauer. Bauer up top to Mullenberg. Kick down to the corner to the other wing. It's Jervik. Passes up to Mullenberg. Mullenberg shoots it to Bauer. Bauer pops the 3. It rattles up the far side. Rebound, Freeman. Sorensen gets a rebound there to maintain that Freeman 16-point lead with 6:20 to go in the game. Kerrigan at the top of the key. Kicks it over to Sorensen on the wing. He surveys, tries to get back to Kerrigan. It's broken up by Bruning. Out on Parkston. Inbounding is Luke Miller. Passes it in to Luke Peters. Kicks it down low. Stolen from Waltner. Jervik the other direction. Full speed ahead to Bruning. He'll kick across court to Mullenberg. It finds its way back in Jervik's hands. Back in Bruning's hands. He'll look at the 3, but he'll take it inside. Mullenberg, open 3 is a make. 13-point game here, and we'll have a timeout as we return on 5-Star Streaming.
CHS Farmers Agronomy is a leading ag company based in Freeman and Parkston that offers a wide range of agronomy services, including crop protection, crop nutrients, and seed products. Energy solutions provided are propane, refined fuels, and lubricants, as well as animal nutrition and equipment services. CHS Farmers Alliance Agronomy offers comprehensive solutions for farmers, including cash bids, future trading, and grain contracts. Download the MyCHS app to stay up to date on important info. CHS Farmers Allegiance Agronomy in Freeman and Parkston is a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast.
Rewarding you for doing everyday things, like buying gas, shopping, and dining local. Does your bank do that? If you're a Core Trust customer, your bank does that. When you open a premium or preferred checking account and meet requirements, you get access to Core Trust perks powered by Bazing, an exclusive network offering 300,000 plus deals and discounts on dining, shopping, travel, fuel, and more. Visit us online, in person, or by phone. Terms and conditions apply. Member FDIC.
And we are back on 5-Star Streaming. 55-42 the score with 5:50 to go in the fourth quarter. What patterns have you been seeing, Gage? Oh, yeah. What patterns have you kind of been seeing so far in this quarter?
You know, every time I've seen some good play from the Trojans, it looks like they want to come back into it, but every time they get themselves a little foothold, Freeman just knocks down an even bigger shot to take all momentum right back.
Yeah, they float up a shot there at the rim from Luke Peters, but it kind of touches all over the rim and doesn't fall down, so Parkston will take over. Inbounding is Grady Bauer to Jervik. $13-point deficit. You've got to think that Parkston's got to start to get some of that offensive flowing. They really haven't been able to since that 2-3 zones hit the floor for Freeman. Over in the corner, it's Jervik. Kicks it back to Mullenberg. Mullenberg looking at the rim, just gives it back to Bruning. He'll fake the shot, take the shot, and make the shot.
And that's what you need to beat the zone. You got to find your shooters on the outside.
Yeah, what a play there for Mullenberg to take that shot after a shot fake. Pass over, Sorensen kicks it to Kerrigan. He looks to answer, but it's brought down by Parkston. Grady Bauer over to Mullenberg. He'll think about it, but he'll give it back up. Jervik surveying the court, calling for the play. Pass over to Bauer, back to Jervik. Back to Bauer, just kind of back and forth, trying to expose the zone. High post, low post, shot up, tipped away, rebounded Walter. He's got to have double-digit rebounds now, I think. Kerrigan, top of the key for Freeman. He's got a 10-point lead in his hands. 4 minutes to go in the game. Pass over to Sorensen on the wing. Back over. And a travel on the catch.
Coach Friesen not happy with that call, and neither is Tayton Kerrigan. But, you know, yet again, when is a player who commits a foul ever happy with it?
Yeah, exactly. It was really difficult because he set his feet as he was catching, so that is a split-second call there. Off the rim, rebounded by Sorensen. The high post pass just flies into the rim, and Freeman gets it on the other way. Kerrigan trying to clear it out, fakes the shot, rolls, spin move. What a play to draw contact.
Little English with the ball, the spin move, spinorama is what some people call it. Just couldn't get the finish at the rim.
Exactly. You know, it was a really strong move. It sucks to not see it go in, but he gets rewarded with some shots at the line now. First shot up and in for Kerrigan. 11-point lead now. We were sitting at a 10-point lead there for almost a whole minute. Kerrigan still at the free throw line for Freeman. See if he can go perfect. And he does. 57-45. We'll return on 5-Star Streaming.
The Freeman Shopping Center and Ace Hardware are your one-stop shop in Freeman, South Dakota, where you can literally shop for soup to nuts and everything in between. Freeman Shopping Center is your full-service grocery store with an Ace Hardware as well as the Heritage Pharmacy for all your prescriptions, over-the-counter health needs, and routine immunizations. Need it delivered? Delivery service is available. Freeman Shopping Center and Ace Hardware, along with Heritage Pharmacy, are proud sponsors of this sports broadcast. Best of luck to all area teams. When it comes to sports teams and players, they can do more when they have the best equipment. This also applies to manufacturing and agriculture. For 75 years, Vermeer Manufacturing has been equipping the world to do more. Vermeer is growing and is looking to fill positions in production. If you're looking, Vermeer is hiring and offering a great starting wage, great benefits, and a great workplace. Start your career with Vermeer, a proud sponsor of the Freeman students.
We are back on 5-Star Streaming on YouTube as the Freeman Flyers are taking on the Parkston Trojans in Parkston. A 12-point lead for the Flyers, 3:43 to go in the game. Parkston on the other end on offense. Jervik pass to Mullenberg, gets it back, thought about a shot. He'll pass it back to Mullenberg. He made a nice three earlier. Kicks it up to Jervik, down to the corner, back to Jervik, over to Mullenberg. The thing is, when you're navigating a 2-3 zone, it's a lot like hot potato. And Bruning takes the three. It's rebounded by, drumroll please, jump ball. first jump ball, I think, of the game, Gage. It's quite late for the first one.
That was a big jump ball here in this one. It gives Freeman the possession right back, and if you're the Trojans, you got to make that shot. An open three, that would have been huge to get back into it.
I agree with that. It's good to get the jump ball at this moment because you don't want to lose that 12-point lead that you have.
Shuts down any momentum that Parkston was able to get. Right back in favor of Freeman.
And wet spot on the court that they're cleaning up right now because we saw two players hit the deck for the jump. Inbounded by Freeman, poked loose. It's off of Kerrigan, and Jervik forces a turnover in the backcourt. What a play by Jervik to just keep the defensive momentum there and get the ball back. Bauer checks in for Deckard of the Trojans. Up top is Jervik, gets another shot at this possession. Mullenberg on the wing, back up to Jervik. Parkston passing around the perimeter. Kicks cross court. Back to Mullenberg, he's got an open lane, and he makes it.
Had one earlier in the game. We got another big one right here in the final 3 minutes.
Yeah, Mullenberg, a great three-point shooter. Jervik pressuring the ball. It goes out of bounds, another turnover. Back-to-back possessions, Jervik forces a turnover.
They got 2 stops and 1 basket. You get one more, the crowd's going to be right there in it with you.
Now it is a 9-point game, 2:52 to go. This is a close one. Murph supplying scoreboard, 57-48. Mullenberg, top of the key, crossing over, driving over to the corner, number 3, Bauer rattles off. Rebound, Mullenberg. Bruning takes the 3. It's short, rebounded by Walter. The rebounding hero of the game. Kerrigan pressured by Jervik, on-ball foul. That is the line you play when you go for the basketball, is you can commit a foul just like that.
Jervik only has 2 fouls, the team's 3rd. They're sitting just fine.
And he steals it the other way. This is one of the best defensive quarters I've seen from a player. Jervik just forcing so many turnovers. Pass over, Mullenberg, up top, over to Jervik. He'll pop the 3, little long, and it's in Walter's hands.
Freeman needs to settle down, get a little more, get a little pace back underneath them.
And a timeout by Freeman, and we'll take one as well on 5-Star Streaming.
Freeman Lumber is a proud sponsor of this sports broadcast and wants you to know that they are very proud of their staff who will assist you with friendly and courteous service. Stop by Freeman Lumber at 104 Main in Freeman and let them help you with your building needs, whether it is fencing, windows, siding, roofs, and remodels, or new builds, or just your everyday lumber needs. Stop in and deal with someone you know and can trust. That's the folks at Freeman Lumber Co. in Freeman, South Dakota.
And we return on 5-Star Streaming on YouTube. Gage, what a defensive showing from Mason Jervik this quarter.
Jervik does not want the season to be done. He's got a few steals, a few big baskets. He's going to need a little bit more to push Parkston over to that hump here in the final 2 minutes.
Yeah, you know, it's 57-48. The Masabas are on the Murph's Appliance scoreboard. And it's 2 minutes to go. Freeman has possession in the front court. They take the shot off the rim, and it's rebounded by Bruning. Foul called on Sorensen as he tries to get that rebound.
Only Sorensen's second, going to be the team 3rd. He's a little upset about it, but nothing to worry yet. He's still got 2 fouls to give and 3 for Sorensen himself.
Yes, this has been a very physical game, and it's definitely been a great showing. Jervik the other way for Parkston. Passes it over. Mullenberg to Bruning to Mullenberg. He'll just take the 3 immediately. Goes off his hands into the hands of Parkston. Jervik to Bruning. He'll dribble. Top step. Pass it out. Jervik pops the deep three. Far side rebound, Sorensen. Walter takes it the other way. He's fouled by Muhlenberg. That's the thing when you're down 9 with less than 2 to go. You kind of have to stop easy buckets. So there's no take foul in high school. You have a couple to give. You might as well foul there.
Yeah, do whatever you can to get the ball back or give yourself the opportunity to get the ball back. Pluck away a few possessions for Freeman.
Yeah, shot clock not reset there. Officials correct it. Freeman inbounding. They're navigating a Parkston full court press. Sorensen gets it in the front court. Looks to hand it off to Walter, and he does. Walter full out of steam. Slam dunk! Walter! What a play! What a statement play!
We still have a minute of play, but that dunk just...
Muhlenberg looks to answer, saved by Freeman, steps on the line, Parkston ball.
That dunk from Walter, we still have a minute to play, but that felt like that capped this game off to give Freeman the win.
I can agree with that one, Gage. That was an electric dunk. Parkston, pass up top to Bruning. Bruning thought about it, tipped off the hands of Kerrigan out of bounds. Good defense in the passing lane. The thing is, if you keep playing strong defense, forcing the shot clock, 1:02 to go, 59 to 48. The time is starting to be your friend. Jervik looking for the shot. Bruning spots up for the three. Back iron. Sorensen tips it up. Rebound Muhlenberg. He'll spot it out. Jervik looks at the rim. No. Muhlenberg looks at it. Dribbles. Crossover. Bruning into the defense. Step back three. Up and in. What an answer by the Trojans. It is an 8-point game. We'll take a quick timeout and we'll return on 5-Star Streaming.
Want your party to be a hoot? Then have it at Hoots Bar in Freeman, where they are always looking for a great group to party with. The staff at Hoots says stop in and try the selection of beers on tap or use the easy drive-up window for off sale. But the Hoots team would rather see you join them inside. Hoots Bar in Freeman offers darts, lottery, and golf. You can also relax with your cocktail in the outdoor beer garden. Hungry? Order up a delicious Hoots Bar Pizza. Fun, friendly, helpful staff is waiting for you at Hoots Bar in Freeman. See you at Hoots.
And we return on 5-Star Streaming. Gage, I mean, what a back-and-forth game. And that was a statement play from Walter.
Yeah, it was. But, I said earlier that it feels like Freeman just pulled the game off with that dunk. Trojans aren't dead in the water yet. It's only an 8-point game with 43 seconds left. They need to make a few stops and a few big baskets still, but they're still well within this one.
Yeah, I saw a similar scene like this in Harrisburg today where Yankton was down 18. They got 3 3-pointers, 3 turnovers, and made it a 6-point game. That is how you close a big lead. Steals and 3-pointers. Freeman inbounding the basketball. They call a timeout.
Luke Miller just playing the safeguard there. He didn't see anything right away, and he knew he had a timeout to burn. Don't risk it by giving up a steal and giving Parkston a free point. Just take the timeout, reset, talk it over, maybe drop a new play and get the next one in.
Yeah, Miller there. That's the smart call. It's way better than getting a violation and getting a turnover. You'd rather call your timeout because guess what? If you're the Flyers, you still have a timeout after that, and you are up 8. So you kind of want to use those to your advantage in this last minute.
Yeah, you shouldn't need too many timeouts down the stretch to at least stop the clock. So burn them when you need them to save yourself a few points on the defensive side of the court.
Yeah. This is quite a show here. I mean, both crowds are into it. Both student sections are here, and both cheer squads are being as loud as possible. This has been a great environment on a nice Saturday night. So, try number 2 for Luke Miller to inbound the basketball. Good full court press here from the Trojans. And they're still pressing into Walter, and they foul him quickly. That means the bonus for the Trojans.
Trojans didn't really have a choice in who they wanted to foul, but not the right person to foul as Walter has to the line.
Exactly. Freeman smartly passes into one of their best free throw shooters in David Walter. He's at the free throw line taking those shots. First one up and in for Walter, 60-51 now, a 9-point lead. If you're Parkston, you're just really hoping that you get the rebound here. Freeman guarding full court. They're deciding not to go for the rebound. They want to prevent the easy three-pointer, which is definitely the game plan.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you give up an easy 2 as long as you suck some time off the clock, but you cannot give up a 3 and get the Trojans back into it.
Yeah, that shot up and in. 10-point lead for the Flyers. The Trojans need to work quick. Mullenberg has the ball. He's been a great three-point shooter. He can't find any space. Jervik, cross court. Three-pointer for Bauer, in! What a shot there, and a timeout for the Trojans.
26 seconds left, a 7-point game. The Trojans just won't let their season end as they stay in it.
Yeah, and Gage, I don't know if you saw, they let 1.9 seconds fall after the timeout, so they put 28 back on the clock. 7 points in 28.4 seconds now. So this would have to be a Tracy McGrady-like performance. I don't know if you know the legendary T-Mac against the Spurs where he got 9 points in about 6 seconds.
I don't think anybody hasn't heard of Tracy McGrady. Trojans playing really good down the stretch. Of course, I said it before, they don't want their season to die. They're going to need a few more big efforts as we've seen the last minute and a half.
This is an intense match, and it's ending in a great style here. 7 points, full court press. What a way for a fourth quarter to conclude. We'll see who comes victorious. And Walter gets the ball. He's fouled again. Like you said, best free throw shooter for the Flyers gets to take these shots. That's really important.
There's 28 points, looking to make that 30. Almost half of the team's points total.
Yeah, 28 of 61, a strong offensive showing. Shot up, doesn't fall. Parkston's hopes are still slightly alive. We'll see number 11, Bryson Bruning, come in because they had the defensive unit in to foul on the inbound. Walter back at the free throw line. Shot number 2 is a make. It is now an 8-point game. Other way, Parkston. Bruning from deep. Falls over. Walter pulls it down. He's fouled by Mullenberg. The thing is, he's getting 2 shots here, up 8. We are getting very close to this game being over.
Yeah, Trojans needed that shot there. Big miss really sets their chances back.
Free throw line for Walter. Shot is up. It falls off the back iron. Uncharacteristic miss for the second attempt because he had one as well on the last trip to the line. Shot is up, and that one's a make. Follows the same pattern, too. 9-point game. The Trojans have to work fast. Pull up from Jervik. Falls off the glass. The Flyers have it. And Parkston will avoid fouling. And the Freeman Flyer crowd stands up as they move on to the SODAK 16. We'll return on 5-Star Streaming for our post-game show. It'll be a little more brief than usual, but we'll have post-game, and then we will be done here and see everybody as the Freeman Flyers move on to the SODAK 16.
Rural Manufacturing Company of Freeman, South Dakota has a large inventory of steel for buildings and fabrication needs. They stock square and rectangular tube, pipe, angles, channels, and rounds. Rural Manufacturing also stocks shapes in stainless steel. Their sheet metal stock consists of hot-rolled steel, stainless steel, and galvanized steel. Concrete rebar is also in stock in sizes 3/8 to 3/4 in 20-foot lengths. Call Rural Manufacturing in Freeman for pricing or info on fabrication services available.
1, 2, 3.
We reach across distances so vast. Sometimes they seem impossible, but they're not. And every day we get up and do it all over again. Because we all know that nothing matters more than coming together. Wherever, whenever, however. Connecting you to what matters most. To learn more, visit goldenwest.com/whenever.
At Merchant State Bank Freeman, Hurley, Viborg, and Irene, they offer big bank products with small town service to meet your financial needs and promote economic stability and growth within the communities they call home. Visit them at msb-sd.com to learn more about the services they offer. Merchant State Bank is always proud to sponsor the academic and athletic activities in the communities they serve. Good luck tonight to both the Irene Maconda Eagles and the Viborg Hurley Cougars as they kick off their football season. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, high school seniors, how would you like a full ride scholarship to one of the 4 technical schools in South Dakota? With Yankton Thrive's Build Your Career program, we partner high school seniors with local companies. Seniors choose a school and the course of study that matches your company. The partner company pays half a scholarship, and the other half is paid by the Build Dakota Scholarship Program. This program is open to seniors in South Dakota, Nebraska, Iowa, and Minnesota. For more on Yankton Thrive's Build Your Career, go to yanktonsd.com.
And we return on 5 Stars streaming on YouTube as the Freeman Flyers reign victorious over the Parkston Trojans, and will be moving on to the SODAK 16 qualifier for the state tournament. Gage, what a performance for the Flyers. And I mean, 30 points is quite a strong performance from David Walter, the sophomore guard.
Yeah, David Walter, wonderful game as he put his team over that hump. They trailed for a while against Parkston earlier in that second quarter. But that late run at the end of the second quarter, that buzzer beater to go into the half, really gave them the spark to jump ahead and keep pushing as they close this one out.
Yeah, great team effort. I mean, you had some really clutch shots from Luke Peters, Luke Miller, Taden Kerrigan. Tate Sorensen, his outside jumper really got the offense in rhythm early. And then you've also got to think about how the 2-3 zone, the moment they went into that, Parkston they couldn't get anything but a three-pointer. Those three-pointers started falling in the fourth quarter, but they could not penetrate that zone. And if Freeman can execute a zone that well and have an offensive performance like they did tonight, there's not many teams in the state that can beat them.
Now, and, talking about Parkston, we have to talk about Bruning. A lot of his shots came from that mid-range point. Freeman switched that zone and shut a lot of that mid-range down. And, yeah, you do make a good point, and they did start opening up that three-point line, made a lot of big shots behind the arc down the stretch, but they really didn't shoot at the clip that they needed to. They come back and get back, especially when their leading scorer made all of his points, his 29 points, inside that mid-range area as it was taken away in that zone.
Exactly, and like Bruning, he was able to pull up, fade away for those jumpers. Jervik forced 3 turnovers late that kept Parkston in the game. And then the hero off the bench, Rico Mullenberg, hit multiple three-pointers. He was shooting so well, the ball hit his hands, straight through the net. I mean, he was unbelievable tonight. What a strong performance from Parkston. It really shows that this was 2 of the top 10 teams in the state. You always wish they could play in the state tournament so you could get that official plaque that says first, second, third, fifth, But the thing is, if you lose to Freeman, you lost to a good team.
Yeah, and this Parkston team only has 1 senior on the team. They're going to be back in this game. They're going to be back in the SODAK 16 and the state tournament here in the future. I don't see him going anywhere. Same with the Flyers. Another young team. They have a few more seniors on the team, a few key pieces that are seniors, but they're not going to go anywhere in the next few years.
Yeah, if you're a fan of Region 4A, one thing you will realize is that these 2 teams aren't going anywhere. So neither will we, as we'll be covering that Freeman game in the SODAK 16, and we'll see you later. Big thanks to Gage Ravelette. Big thanks to everyone at the station. Gage and I had the funniest day possible because we both covered separate SODAK 16s for Class AA and the Sioux Falls Metro today. and both separately drove here to get this on the air. But we love doing it. But we're going to enjoy Sunday. We hope everyone else enjoys Sunday